is your land.
Come seek an adventure at the old pirates, eh?
Make the jump to light speed.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Welcome to the Disneyland Beat Weekend Update.
Hi, I'm Amy. We are so excited to be back after a little vacation hiatus. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm TC. We sure hope your summer is going swimmingly.
Let's run down the summer headlines of Disneyland for today, July 9th, 2023.
Rogers the Musical has opened at DCA to huge crowds and surprisingly positive reviews.
Almost every review we read said the show won them over with some over-the-top campiness and a lot of heart. No doubt the performers' infectious enthusiasm had a lot to do with it too.
Inspired by the fictional music number from the first episode of the Disney Plus series Hawkeye, the real-life Rogers the Musical tells the story of Steve Rogers, Captain America, including his relationship with Peggy Carter.
If it's not your thing, don't worry. The 30-minute show is only scheduled to run until August 31st. We're in the parks next week and can't wait to see it ourselves, but we also have a feeling Disney Entertainment has something else on the back burner for the theater this fall.
Disney has had a couple disappointing film drops this year. Both Elemental and Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny have fizzled at their respective box office openings.
And while Dial of Destiny is not being panned quite like Crystal Skull was, its opening box office was significantly less. Let's cut the 80-year-old Indiana Jones a break, folks.
Disneyland released a really nice ride-through video of the newly refurbished ride to celebrate the opening. It does seem that some of the new additions, some of the new effects are loose references to the film.
Also, the beloved Indiana Jones Bally pinball game reappeared in Adventureland for all of our enjoyment, and Indiana Jones himself has been around for a few meet and greets at the park.
But don't let the bad press fool you entirely. Disney is still making more money at the box office than any other film company in 2023. But as many pundits are pointing out, a $60 million opening for an indie film would be fine if it hadn't cost nearly $500 million to make it.
Disney has had popular hits this year in Avatar and critical ones in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, but it does seem audiences might be tiring of live-action remakes like The Little Mermaid.
And Pixar is in a weird place, possibly in our opinion, due to releasing the better two of its 4 last films directly to Disney Plus. And it's all compounded by Hollywood's current fixation on franchises and remakes.
Disney's new film version of Haunted Mansion opens in a couple of weeks. We'll just be happy if the film is good. We really don't care about its reception or box office numbers.
Well, the first Halloween-themed t-shirt was spotted in the Emporium this last week, which means Halloween must almost be here. Oh wait, it's early July.
Tickets for this fall's Oogie Boogie Bash, the after-hours Halloween-themed party at Disney California Adventure, go on sale July 11th, no earlier than 9 a.m., barring any more epic fails at least.
Magic Key holders were able to make advance ticket purchases, and those sold out before they went on sale to the general public, which they already did once on July 6th.
But true to form, the site promptly crashed, and yet again Disney fans were left waiting. The glitch was big enough, Disney had to postpone the sale, so be ready July 11th if you want to go.
And Disneyland had another computer glitch this past week as well. This one was with the reservation system. It seems that the calendar was showing unavailable for Magic Key holders of all levels, even though there was plenty of availability in the parks.
Those lucky enough to be inside the berm that day had super low crowds.
Disney celebrated the 4th of July in style with an extended flag-lowering ceremony honoring United States military veterans and an extra Independence Day fireworks show following the performance of Wondrous Journeys. It is called Disney Celebrate America 4th of July Concert in the Sky.
There was also a short show after World of Color 1 called The Spirit of America.
According to our good buddy Damien the Disney hacker, the 4th of July crowds were really reasonable.
Overall, the parks have been crowded, but able to process lines in a reasonable amount of time, as long as too many rides do not go down at once.
Disney has reported the crowds are at 90% of what they were in 2019.
Many Disneyland aficionados will also be rolling along the 5 freeway in the days ahead, not to call upon Disneyland Park, but rather to swing by Burbank Town Center Mall.
Well, that's where the Joel McGee Disneyland collection is on view through July 16th, the largest privately owned collection of Disney Parks memorabilia in the world.
This collection is absolutely amazing. Some of our favorite pieces are the large-scale models of the Matterhorn, It's a Small World, and the 1967 New Tomorrowland. The collection is so huge they couldn't house it in their typical Studio City Van Eaton gallery and had to seek larger space in Burbank.
This past July the 7th, well before the park opened to guests, Disneyland employees held the 2023 annual duck races at the It's a Small World ride flume.
Hundreds of rubber duckies are personally decorated by cast members as various characters from Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, and Pixar and raced all the way around the flume.
It sounds like a really fun and a cute company event we didn't know anything about.
A funny Disneyland TikTok has been making the rounds. Phineas and Ferb creator Dan Povenmire was on Rise of the Resistance with the production crew of his show when the ride broke down, leaving them stranded.
So what did he do but pull his phone out and call his old college buddy, Disney Senior Executive Imagineer Scott Toebridge, and he proceeded to jokingly taunt him about the ride breakdown. Sure wish I could do that.
Okay, let's take a look at the refurbishment happening around the park. And while we welcome some much-needed maintenance and new designs, there really is much more down than you might expect for midsummer.
Tiana's Palace must be getting close. The restaurant, which is slated to open later this year, just got its official Tiana logo put up, replacing the French Market sign taken down a few months ago.
We can't wait to get back to enjoying some gumbo, shrimp, and jambalaya with some jazz music playing soon.
This one isn't on the refurbishment list, but perhaps it should be. It has been reported that almost every blue light in the second stage of the Space Mountain Lift Hill Tunnel is burnt out. You've probably noticed this yourself on recent visits. Each time we go, a few more lights are gone.
San Francisco is also getting much closer to completion as painting finishes and scaffolding starts to come down.
The major tower uprights were installed on the bridge, and they look pretty impressive. You know, at first, we weren't too happy to see these changes made to the Pacific Wharf, but we are coming around to San Francisco.
We get to enjoy Pacific Wharf type locations all over the West Coast from Santa Barbara north. It's kind of nice the version in Disneyland has a more fantastic premise.
At Disneyland, Fantasmic remains closed and we don't have an opening date yet. We expect to get more information about that show early fall.
Alice in Wonderland is currently closed for its second refurb in as many months. The ride remains closed through the 21st, reopening July 22nd.
The Disneyland monorail is closed as well at the moment, and we now have a reopening date, September 1st. We hope this lengthy refurbishment sees the trains receive some tender love and care.
And heck, while you're at it, how about some air conditioning on that thing?
Over at Disney California Adventure, Soarin' Around the World is currently closed for refurbishment through July 15th, opening on the 16th.
And Downtown Disney has major construction going on with the replacement of Uva Bar and Catal well underway on the east side and the major expansion of the old AMC Theater on the west side.
Looking ahead, later in the month, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride is closing for a second time this summer, and it's going to be closed from July 24th through to August 11th.
July 17th, Toy Story Midway Mania will close for maintenance, and it's expected to reopen August 18th. That's quite a few major attractions to go down midsummer.
Then after that, we get into prep for Halloween. August 1st, the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail closes to get its Villains Grove makeover.
Haunted Mansion will close August 14th to get its Holiday Mansion makeover with Jack Skellington and the rest of the crew.
And the Adventureland Treehouse continues to get worked on daily, but still has no opening date announced. Sometime this year, folks. We just can't wait.
And with that, our update comes to a close. Thanks so much for joining us.
Help us out by subscribing if you're new, liking the video, and turning on notifications. It really helps a lot and it makes this channel possible.
May the light in the firehouse window shine brightly.
And may your dreams always come true.
See you real soon, Mouseketeers.